has got a lot of experience with wellness and vibrant health. She was originally a cosmetologist and became a reflexologist, and I've been to her a number of times. And then she's got involved in training, like workout, boot camp type training. And now she's in Lifewave. She is selling the Lifewave patches, and she's here today to give you a lot of great information. Welcome, Louise Richardson.
Thank you. And I am not prepared for a formal speech. I'm not that kind of a speaker. I just like to relate with people in the audience and answer questions and provide information. So one of the things that got me involved with Lifewave was actually my husband, because some years ago he had a terrible neck injury that we tried everything holistic for months, for nearly a year, spent a lot of money on all of the holistic things available, that his injury was so bad it didn't work. He did end up having to have the neck surgery and had his neck fused, but the neck surgeon, the surgeon said, well, we can do stem cell therapy with your surgery. And he said, if we do that, then we have to use cadaver stem cells. And we thought, oh, okay, because we've got that background with personal fitness and health, and we knew the value of that, and we said, okay. He said, but if you pay me $3,500 extra out of pocket, I will use your stem cells. And he said, with that, you will heal in half the time. So we didn't even question it. We went back the same day and gave him the money. And yes, they did his stem cell therapy in that way. They extracted the stem cells from his pelvis during the surgery, and he was out of the neck brace in 5.5 weeks, as opposed to 10 to 12 weeks. So we thought, all right, we know stem cell therapy really does work. So he healed from it and went on with his business, and his physical condition did improve measurably, and we thought, okay, this stuff is pretty good, but all of that extra healing kind of slowed down and stopped. And the physician said, well, your body is going to heal for 3 more years, but at the end of that 3 years, wherever you're at physically, that's where you're going to be for the rest of your life. Well, we looked at each other and we said, BS. We think that we can find something that's going to do better than that yet. And a friend of mine showed me this Lifewave business. These patches, I'm wearing one right here. There is nothing in this patch. I'll show it to you. This patch, it's just a dry patch. There is no medicine or drugs in it, and when you peel it, you'll see that what looks like a gauze, it's actually sealed within this 3M medical grade plastic, so there's no medicine or drugs that enters the body through the skin. So it's completely what we call non-transdermal. But what it does, what looks like gauze really isn't gauze. This white material is actually made from organic crystals and salts and amino acids right from the earth, and it's arranged in a certain lattice pattern so that when you put it on, it's reflective. Our bodies are made of infrared light. That's how night vision goggles work. So this low-grade infrared light from within the body is always being transmitted, but it transmits to this little bitty patch that's reflected back into the body at a specific frequency so as to activate a certain peptide That peptide is called ghk copper peptide, and that is the peptide that is responsible for activating the stem cells that are within our bodies. Well, as we get older, those stem cells start to diminish and they go dormant. And that starts at about 30 to 35 years old. So when you're about 35 years old, those stem cells that are within the body are actually, we've got actually about half of those stem cells that are actually working. So what that does is it takes us longer to heal from any of the surgeries or injuries or any kind of malady. It just takes longer because there's not as many that are going to the area that's needed. So as we get older, it takes us longer to heal, right? So when you get to be about 60 years old, we're working on, at best, 80 to 90% of all of those stem cells that are in the body. All the rest are, 80 to 90% are dormant. So we're working on only 10 to 20% of good active stem cells. So in came, about 50 years ago, 55 years ago, Dr. Lauren Picard is the one who discovered the ghk copper peptide and what it does. So the scientist that invented these patches, his name is David Schmidt, and he saw the value in that and what could he do. Well, he had already invented patches back about 20 to 25 years ago, working for the Navy SEALs. These patches that I'm wearing are for energy. He was hired by Department of Defense to come up with a way of getting the Navy SEALs to maintain their energy throughout those long hours that they have to work without the use of stimulants. Those crazy drugs and drinks and what have you, that it does this to your energy. So he came up with the patches that just uses the energy from within your own body. These are polarized, that's why I'm wearing two. But it just takes that energy from within the body and helps it to maintain for over long hours. I'm 74 years old. I work till 10 o'clock every night, and I don't get tired. So I could just keep on going. It just keeps me going. I can imagine what it does for those gentlemen. But with all of that, when he saw that just reflecting the light from within your own body back into it, what else can he come up with? So he's come up with many other patches that do quite a few different things, but our flagship product is this X39, which is the stem cell activation patch. I have to be careful, I can't say this on the internet because I'm not a doctor and I'm not anybody's doctor in here. So I am not the medical expert, but I think I know enough about health, and I think that most of us should study a little bit more about it. I think we would be in a much better position today. However, these patches have helped us, and it's helped my husband with his history with the neck injury and the surgery. He continues to improve, even after, let's see, it's 6.5 years since he's had that surgery. And with these activating his stem cells, which help to get those nerves to continue to grow, the damaged nerves that he had from that injury and surgery, he continues to improve at a slow rate, but he does continue even at 74 years old, almost unheard of. So this is, to me, it's changed our lives for the better, and I can't help but shout from the rooftops to attract other people to follow us with this. Now, since then, he's come out with some other new products as well, which are themselves, they can change how you feel, but when you start working it together with these patches, and I'll show you. He came up with some supplements that one is for the morning, one is the morning, and this one is the evening supplement. It's powder that you mix with water. The evening one I mix with my herbal tea before I go to bed. The morning, it's not a bunch of vitamins or any of that. It does have some vitamins in it, some vitamin C, a little bit of vitamin B in it as well, but it's more amino acids. It's got electrolytes in it, it's got minerals, magnesium, and some other supplements that help the body to function better from the inside. And when you pair it with the X39 stem cell activation, the two work synergistically, unbelievably good. And I noticed it from the first day that I used this. I do yoga in the morning. The very first day that I took this supplement, with the very first stretch, my muscles responded instantly instead of waiting for 3 to 5 minutes for the muscles to respond. They responded immediately, and I thought, whoa, there's really something in this. And the evening one is also similar, but what's in it just helps the body to slow down, power down, so that you can rest. It doesn't make you sleepy, it just helps the body to get into a restful state. So that, along with these patches, it works wonders, and it helps the body to heal from the inside out, the way that God intended. So for me, it's all natural, without any drugs, without any medicines, and I'm all for that. And now they've come out with something else. David Schmidt has invented a machine. Now, you've heard of alkalized water. There's a Kangen brand water machine that does that. They've been around for years. Pardon me. The air is a little dry in here. There's also a machine out there that puts hydrogen in the water, which is also good for the body because it helps with, it helps with hydration, that the body absorbs the water and uses it to function better than just drinking plain water all day. It just helps with that. Well, this machine actually restructures the water. It changes the way that the water molecules bind together, and it changes the properties of the water so that when you drink it, it goes specifically right to the insides and to all of the body organs and systems so that they function better. But here's the big thing with this. It not only filters the water first, it goes through 2 filtrations. One, it filters out all of the heavy metals, it filters out those forever chemicals that are in our tap water. We don't have fluoride in our water anymore, so that's not an issue. However, it does filter out all of the bad stuff, and then it goes through the processes. It alkalizes the water, not a lot, but enough. It adds hydrogen to the water, but this is something that no one else has ever done. When he came up with this, the patent office had to reinvent, they had to create new categories so that they could give him the patents for it, because no one has ever done this with water. he has invented a way of capturing, you know how light and sound have got frequencies? He has a way of capturing those frequencies and infusing it right into the water so that it's specific frequencies so that the body will heal better, and it goes right to the nervous system, right to the brain, helps all of those functions to work better, and the reviews are just astounding. I'm just really, I'm amazed with what this is doing. And it just, when you drink the water from this machine, you're actually drinking the goodness of sunlight that gets right into your body's systems and helps them to heal and function better. So this, to me, it's incredible. I can't wait to get my machine. They just launched it 2 weeks ago, and they keep running out. So I'm on the waiting list, and I will eventually get mine, but their reviews are just really incredible. I'd like to tell you all about it, but I'm not running out of time. But some of the reviews is that, yes, people have noticed better cognitive function with their brain, with concentration. They have noticed, I'm trying to think of, I've heard so many different stories about this, but they do have 3 clinical tests that they have published on this that I can send to you. If you would like to get more information on it, I can send you those clinicals. But yes, they do, with all of the testing on all of their products, they always do third-party, double-blind placebo that are controlled so that they show specifically what kind of people are using this and what their issues are and how they administered this and what the results are. And it's just really incredible. Some people, I tried the water myself. I did drink an 8-ounce glass, and what happened to me within probably a minute or 2, I have osteoarthritis in both of my feet, all of those joints, and it's very painful at the end of a busy day. But when I drank that water, I noticed a warm buzz in my feet that I never felt before. Just a nice, comfortable buzz, and I thought, something's going on with this. And the other thing too is that my digestive system worked quite well for the next couple of days. But that's what I noticed. My husband, when he tried it, at the time he had like this little tremor in his thumb. Within less than a minute, that tremor stopped. Is it the water? It's the only thing that changed. So it's the only thing that we've done. So I can't wait to see what else it's going to do for us when we get to drink it every day. But you drink a 16-ounce glass of this water, and that's all that you need for what that does. The rest of the day you can drink regular water and use your electrolytes. Some people actually mix that morning powder with this water, and they have energy that lasts them throughout the whole day. So it energizes the body. One of the things that they have noticed is that, and this is clinically proven, the mitochondria that are within our cells, as we get older, of course, those also deplete. So that means as we get older, we have less energy. It's clinically proven that this water, this light-infused water, actually increases the number of mitochondria within our cells so that we have better energy to last through the day. And it also increases the ATP for performance energy and for, keep that energy going strong all day long. So you can see exactly what it does. And these are some of the things that that has been reported for improvement with this, and many times it's within seconds. And right now they're doing some testing with biofeedback machines, you know, those electronic type of machines that measure this and that. There are several different types of machines, and they are noticing that within seconds of drinking that water, that certain areas of the body are showing improvement. And to me, this is groundbreaking. I think this is going to change the world. It's just, I just cannot wait to see what this is going to do long term. I think it's going to change the health of the world with those who consume this water. So, do we have any questions?
How long have you been doing this?
Say that?
How long have you been doing this?
I've been wearing the patches for 4 years. And the powder, I've been using that for, it was launched in June last year, so it's been 10 months that.
What's the average price point?
For what
The
now?
patches per month?
The patches, the X39 for stem cell activation. I'm going to quote wholesale prices because that's what I believe in, that anybody can be a wholesale customer. These are about $100 a month, about the cost of buying a cup of coffee every day. And with that, you put this on in the morning, you wear it for 12 hours while it activates everything within your system and gets those stem cells activated, but you remove it after 12 hours so that the body can rest. That's when the body regenerates and finishes the job that it started in the morning. So you wear one every day. So a month's supply is 30 patches, and it's about $100 plus tax and shipping at wholesale price. The Cellergize, the morning and the evening supplements, that is, the price starts at wholesale $70 for a month's supply. And if you purchase more than one, then if you purchase two, then the price goes down by $10 each. If you purchase three, the price goes down by $10 more each. So if you purchase three, they're $50 each, and that's a 3-month supply for one person. The water machine, it's an appliance, and it weighs 40 pounds. It's about the size of maybe 2 Keurigs that will fit on your countertop, and you pour the water in it. It does not attach to your water system. So you pour the water in. It takes about 45 minutes for the water to process before you can drink it. But that machine wholesales for $5,495. They do have a payment plan that if you don't want to just, you know, put that money out all at once, they do have a 2-year payment plan on that as well. So it's they've covered all the, you know, all of the bases with that. It does have a warranty, and I know that you can also buy an extended warranty on that because, hey, that costs more than a refrigerator does. But it is an appliance that fits on your countertop, and it, I mean, people are using it. I have a video that I can share with anybody that there are 2 practitioners that spoke. One is an acupuncturist and Chinese medicine, Oriental medicine doctor. She uses it in her practice. She provides it for her patients. And another girl is also a holistic doctor, and I'm not sure where her PhDs come from. She's not an MD, but she is a holistic practitioner. She provides it in her office for her patients as well. And they have got some really interesting reviews with all of this. Again, I can't make any medical claims. This is not, because it's not part of Big Pharma. We're staying away from the Big Pharma kind of rat race, and we're just providing it for people that they can use on their own to help them to improve their health. I think it'll be a much better world if people would pay more attention to their own health. So,
How do we contact you?
say that again.
How do we get in touch with you?
My number is 813-965-1697. It's my cell phone and it's always at the end of my arm, so feel free to call me anytime. If I don't answer, please leave a voicemail and I will get back with you, I promise. I'm local, I live here in Land O'Lakes, and the company is based out of Utah. They just opened a brand new welcome center in Utah, and we have some celebrities, but I just really should not mention any names. But we have some celebrities that have done videos in there. But this welcome center is designed after Star Trek. Mr. David Schmidt, the inventor, is a huge fan of Star Trek, and he hired the man who designed the original Star Trek set for the TV show and some of the movies. He hired that man to help design this new welcome center. And when you walk in there, it's like walking onto the Starship Enterprise. So it's pretty incredible. They are based out of Utah. The warehouse is in San Diego, so everything is shipped from San Diego. And the patches are actually manufactured in Ireland. It is an American company, but it's manufactured in Ireland because we've partnered with Ireland as well. And this company is actually global. We have over 80 countries that participate in this distributorship. And the distributorship is direct sales. We sell person to person. We don't do any mass marketing with this because of the nature of the business, the nature of the products, so that we can educate people on how to use this. Big Pharma would not do that, or any of the huge corporations would not be able to handle this. So this is how we distribute it, and you know, the marketing is distributed among all of the distributors. So, any other questions? Okay, then I have my booth downstairs. It's downstairs from the sports bar terrace. It's got the light blue canopy. Please come and visit. I'd love to have some time to chat with you and go into maybe some personal concerns. And my name again is Louise Richardson, and I'd love to be able to help you out the way that this has helped me.